My question comes to you, Sheikh. You are a Muslim scholar. So I'd like to know, as Madame Rabiatou, she stated that her husband has been supportive, a great support for her for the past 12 years in her career and house chores. We'd like to really know, in the past years, women, it used to be a taboo for a woman to go out there, look for ends meet, come back, face her family. So can you clarify us, what does Islam says about career women?
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. There are many things which have been not so correctly interpreted in the practice of religion worldwide. It's not a question of just Cameroon. Some people's private or tribal customs have sometimes been confused with what Islam actually requires. For example, if you look at Saudi Arabia, Bin Salman has now legalized the fact that women can drive. No. But I ask myself the question, why was it forbidden in the first place? It is not a religious injunction. No. Women have to dress in a certain way, but there's nothing against them driving. No. So we shouldn't confuse certain customary things which have been introduced as Islam because the custom of those who are doing it are they're majority Muslim. No. So people tend to confuse what they do with what Islam as a religion requires. Now, let us put it this way. We've got two hands. If for some reason they decide to tie one of your hands and ask you to compete with someone else in any kind of sport, you're surely going to lose. As a community, we've got men, we've got women. They are not equal, but they have equal rights, and they are complementary to one another. So if we have to compete in terms of good deeds and everything with other communities, both of our hands have to be active. So there are many ways a woman can fully practice her career while practicing Islam. I don't know why. Of course, time passes and people adapt and people learn. And nowadays, in those days, for example, careers like the army was mainly for men. And that was because since 5,000 years ago, the army was a thing requiring force. And as far as physical strength is concerned, the man has been endowed more than the woman, generally speaking. Nice. But nowadays, in the army, you require computer programmers to launch missiles. You require people who... So you notice that more and more women are getting into the situation. So the same thing is going to happen elsewhere. What I would like to say, though, is that some people who have tried to push the thing too far, like 𝗪𝗵𝘁, who decided to lead a Friday prayer in Los Angeles. Now, that one is a bit too far for our Muslim liking. Can you imagine a Friday mosque where the imam is a woman? I can assure you that the men are going to be very late in their ruku. You see, when the imam will go down, they will first admire how she's going down for quite a while before, so then it's no longer prayer, you see. Yeah. So it is something which is, as long as she can maintain the ethics of her religion and all the various daily practices like prayers and so on, there is nothing against her joining a full career. People should realize that some of those who have invented things in the past were women. In the days of the Prophet ﷺ, many of those who were treating the injured on the battlefield were women. The person who was leading, checking prices and everything in the market of Medina was a woman. So how did things change to such an extent that we became the bad example when it comes to female and male rights and equality? So people should understand that the man and the woman have got equal rights. If a man sins, he's going to be punished. If a woman sins, he's going to be punished. But they are complementary. They are equal rights, but they are not the same.